So this is the reflection portion of the assignment of the video. I'll just run through the questions. So to begin, research. For research, I started off first picking out my song. So the song I picked was March of the Priests from the Magic Flute by Mozart. And to pick this song, I went to Cosmos Music and went to the music section, sheet music section, and I spoke to this woman who worked there and kind of explained the assignment and the parameters of what we had to do, what we had to learn, the time period, and I asked her to help me pick a song that would be challenging but achievable in this time period, and I think this was a pretty good choice. It was very hard to play at first, and then the more I practiced over and over, I was able to get a pretty good grasp on it in this time period. For research, I also reviewed musical, theory materials. So in particular, just reading music, which I hadn't done in over 6 years. So that was a good thing to relearn. It was cool. And then also kind of refamiliarizing myself with tempos and dynamics, intonation, rhythm, pitch, that sort of thing, form, tuning, just melody in general, that sort of thing. And then for research, I also spoke to my cousin and sister about the alto. They both play it. And their biggest piece of advice was that the alto is a very high instrument. It's on the higher end of the register. So make sure I'm comfortable playing in these high notes, and especially transitioning from the high notes to the low notes and the low notes to the high notes. So that was a good piece of advice that I practiced a lot. And then lastly, for research, I also listened to recordings of the song and actually played along with these recordings from YouTube, and that really helped me with the rhythm and in particular transitions between different sections. In terms of performance goals, my goal was to learn the song properly in terms of note accuracy, tempo, rhythm, dynamics, just playing it correctly. And I would say, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, there's a few little things that need to be tweaked, the little nuances of the song that I could definitely work on. But overall, I would say I'm, 85, 90% there, and I'm pretty happy with that for this short time period. So yeah, I think I did well in terms of my performance goals. So for practice regimen, my initial regimen, my goal was to do around half an hour per day, and it actually ended up being more than that, probably closer to an hour, just because once I started playing, I would just really enjoy it and not want to stop. It didn't really feel like homework or schoolwork or anything. It just was fun, so I played more, not necessarily this one song, but other songs, and that was fun, and it was a cool thing to be doing. And then also in terms of practice regimen, the way I went about it was I would focus on a different thing each day. So the first few times I went through, I just want to make sure I could play each note, and then I went through it in terms of timing, then rhythm, then transitioning, slurs, had dotted notes, staccatos, that sort of thing, dynamics, all that stuff. So I just add a new aspect each day, and that really helped me, build on what I'd done the previous days. Also, I annotated my music throughout, which was really helpful. So, spreading little notes, you can kind of see all this stuff I wrote. And then did I change my training regimen at all? I didn't stick too rigidly to my plan. I kind of more so focused on where the issues were rather than just what I had initially planned out to do that day. So for example, when I was trying to do the tempo, I tried to follow along with the metronome, but it didn't really work too much for me. So what I actually did was wrote out each note, tempo value, and I was kind of clap it out, which was, I thought, really helpful and a good kind of adjustment throughout. Was I successful? I would say, yeah, to me, this was pretty successful because it reminded me how much I love playing music, and it gave me an excuse to restart this hobby. I kind of forgot I was even doing this for an assignment, and it was just fun, and I was definitely just doing it because I wanted to be doing it, not because I felt like I had to. And I think that this was actually a really cool assignment because it forced me to relearn this skill, or learn this skill, I guess because I'd never played the alto before, so it is a new skill. Learn this thing that I'm now gonna have with me for the rest of my life, which is pretty cool, and I'm definitely gonna continue to play. So, I mean, regardless of what grade I get, it doesn't really matter because I feel like I achieved everything I wanted to, and I was successful. And then what did I learn? I learned that I guess if you take the time to seriously work on a skill and, you know, commit to doing it properly every day and like really putting in the work, and, you know, doing it the way you're supposed to be doing it, you can actually get pretty good results very quickly. And that was interesting. And I guess in hindsight was probably the purpose of the assignment, to make us realize that, you know, a lot of skills are within our abilities and we just need to go about putting in the work to achieve them. So yeah, that would be my reflection.